Hi friends, it's me, Miss Diane again, and I've come here today to do a special Earth Day story time for you. It's so exciting. I love Earth Day. Did you know that Earth Day is the day that we celebrate our planet that we live on, and we celebrate our Mother Earth? Yeah, because the Earth gives us everything we need to live. And so today we're going to read a couple of stories that show us all the wonderful, beautiful things that nature has for us. And we're going to talk about growing food. And I have some surprises for you today too, but I'm going to save those for the end. How about if we start our song today with, instead of "These are my glasses," we're going to sing "These are my binoculars," because we're going to go on an exploration today. So you need your binoculars for searching and seeing things. And then, instead of a book, we're going to have a map that we unfold and we use for our adventure. Are you ready? We could sing it 2 times. We'll learn the words the first time and then we'll sing it a second time. Okay. Here we go. These are my binoculars, this is my map. I put on my binoculars and open up my map. Then I'll search, 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 and I'll see, see, see. I'll put down my binoculars. 1, 2, 3. Did you do it? All right. Let's try that again. Here we go. Get those binoculars ready. These are my binoculars, this is my map. I put on my binoculars and open up my map. Then I'll search, 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 and I'll see, see, see. I'll put down my binoculars. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Good job! It's fun. I like to change the words up to songs. I think we're going to do that later too. That's always fun to do. All right, so as I said, I'm going to read a couple of stories for you today. And the first story I have for you is called The Surprise Garden. And it's written by Zoe Hall and illustrated by Sherry Halprin. Now you can tell by, whoops, I was just moving my ukulele, sorry about that. You can tell by the cover of the book that we're going to be talking about growing fruits and vegetables today. Yeah, most of these are vegetables, but uh-oh, what do you see right there? I see a watermelon, and we all know that that is a fruit. So, let's get started with our story and see what we can learn about growing fruits and vegetables in your own backyard. We're planting the seeds for a surprise garden. Can you guess what we will grow? Look at all these seeds. So many seeds. Some of them look familiar to me. I think that one looks like a watermelon seed. It's kind of shaped like a raindrop, but it's really, really black. That looks like a watermelon seed. And this, to me, that looks like a sunflower seed. And let's look at these here. Look at that shape. What does that shape look like to you? Yep, a bean. Looks like a bean to me too. I wonder if those are some of the vegetables and fruits that we're going to grow today in this story. We don't know what we're growing because it's a surprise. First, we use our trowel and rake to loosen the soil. So these little short-handled tools here that look like shovels, those are called trowels. You use those to churn up the earth and get it ready to plant seeds. And this long handle, I think that's supposed to be the rake. Although we can't see the bottom of it because it's in the dirt, but we all know what a rake looks like, right? Like a big claw. Yeah. So those are some of the tools that gardeners use to get their garden ready to plant seeds. Mom has given us each a handful of all kinds of seeds. Look at all the different shapes and sizes. So here we go again. We can see that there are some that are round that look like green peas. And then there are those bean-shaped ones again. And look at these are so tiny. I wonder what those might be. And then, let's see, do they have, oh, that's the one that I think is a sunflower seed. We poke the seeds into the soil one by one. We have painted sticks different colors to mark the different kinds of seeds. Because once your seeds are in the ground and you can't see them anymore, it's hard to remember what it is that you planted. Even when the plants start sprouting up from the dirt, they all kind of look the same. So it's a good idea to mark your seeds so that you remember what it is you planted. And then we water the seeds and we wait for our surprise garden to grow. So you can see that the children are using a sprinkling can and a hose to water their seeds. Now, if it was raining outside, you wouldn't need to do that. But we don't always get enough rain from the clouds, and sometimes we need to water them with a garden hose. Look at that! Soon the seeds sprout into small green shoots. Can you see what I mean? Don't they all look a little bit the same? Yeah, it's hard to tell one from another. I know that these have little spikes on their leaves. They look different than that. But do you know what kind of vegetable that might be? Well, I'm not going to tell you. We're going to make that a surprise. We water the plants and the sun warms them. Our garden grows and grows. On some plants, flowers bloom. Now, I don't know if you've ever planted a garden before, but I'll tell you this. I'm pretty sure that that's lettuce because a rabbit's trying to eat it, and it's low to the ground, and the leaves are big and green. And this, to me, this looks like the beanstalk from Jack and the Beanstalk story. So I think that these are either beans or peas. And, oh, all the way over here, this kind of plant that kind of creeps on the ground and has big yellow flowers usually turns out to be a pumpkin or a squash of some sort. We'll see. Before long, the petals of the flowers fall off. Surprise! We see peas and beans and, look at there, squash. Those yellow flowers turned into a yellow squash. I knew those were beans. On some plants, leaves grow close to the ground. Surprise! We see spinach and lettuce. These are the things that the bunnies like to munch on. So if you want to grow a garden for the animals that live in your neighborhood, well then you don't have to put a fence up. The animals will just come and eat things. But if you want to save your vegetables for your family and for yourself, then you might have to put some sort of a fence around your garden to keep the bunnies out. Whoa, what's growing here? Surprise, we see broccoli and cauliflower. Wow, it's hard to imagine that some vegetable this big could grow out of such a tiny little seed. Is anything growing here? Surprise, we find carrots and radishes. They're growing under the ground. So it's a little harder to know when these are ready because you really can't see them from above. But a good gardener knows just when it's time to pick the radishes and the carrots. It just takes practice. Well, here's the longest plant in our garden. Flowers bloomed on this plant too, and then surprise, we got a great big watermelon. Holy cow! That looks delicious. And here's the tallest plant in our garden. Surprise! It's a sunflower, and it's filled with tasty seeds. Do you remember at the beginning when we saw those striped seeds? I thought those were sunflower seeds. Well, we were right. And look, a cardinal's coming to visit the sunflower. All summer long, the food in our surprise garden ripens. We like to pick the food. Oh, that would be so fun to go and pick food from your own garden. And then eat it too. Surprise! We're having a garden party. You can see in their salad here, they have the lettuce and the spinach, the carrots and the squash, and the beans, all of the things that they grew in their garden, they made into a salad. Oh, and look at the delicious watermelon for dessert. Oh man, do I wish that I could plant a garden. That would be lots of fun. It's almost getting warm enough where you're going to be able to start planting seeds outside. You just have to ask your grown-up to look on the internet or to find a book to figure out when the best time is to plant seeds. Yeah. All right, did you like that story? Good. I thought that maybe we could sing a song together, and that's why I brought my ukulele. Do you all know the song of The Farmer in the Dell? The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell. Good job. Well, remember how I told you that we were going to sing a song but change the words? That's what we're going to do now. We're going to sing a song to the tune of The Farmer in the Dell, but we're going to change the words. We're going to change the words, and instead, we're going to sing about the garden that we want to plant together. So let's think. Do you remember? What is the first thing that we do when we plant our garden? First, we have to plant the seeds, right? In the soil. Sing with me. First we plant the seeds. First we plant the seeds. Hi-ho the dairy-o. First we plant the seeds. Good job. Then what do? After the seeds are in the ground, they need two things to grow. Do you remember what the two things are? Number one, the sunshine, because the sunshine provides warmth for the seeds to start to germinate. That's a big word. So let's sing that. The sun comes out to shine, the sun comes out to shine. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the sun comes out to shine. Good job. And then, besides the warmth of the sun, who remembers the second thing we need? Remember, it could either come from the clouds or from your hose. That's right, water. We need water for our seeds to grow. So, the rain begins to fall, the rain begins to fall. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the rain begins to fall. Good job. Now what? What happens when they get sunshine? And they get water, and then they start to what? When they poke up from the ground, they sprout. That's right. The seeds begin to sprout. Here we go. The seeds begin to sprout. The seeds begin to sprout. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the seeds begin to sprout. Then what happens? They're just little. They're just little teeny tiny green plants. What do they need to do before we get to eat them? They need to grow. Excellent. Here we go. The vegetables all grow, the vegetables all grow. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the vegetables will grow. All right, this is the best part. After the vegetables have grown and they're really big, what do we get to do? That's right, we get to eat them. Here we go. Now it's time to eat. Now it's time to eat. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, now it's time to eat. Good job, friends. Oh my goodness gracious. Now you can remember all of the steps it takes to growing your own garden. First you need to plant the seeds, then they need sun and water, and then they'll grow for you. You might have to pull some weeds out. You have to keep taking care of your garden. You can't just plant the seeds and walk away and think that everything is just going to grow by itself perfectly. You do have to take care of your garden. But if you do, then you're going to be rewarded with all kinds of delicious food. All right, it's not time for our surprise quite yet. I do have another story to read for you. And this story is a celebration of the earth, to celebrate this Earth Day. It's called The Earth and I by Frank Ash. It's a beautiful picture book full of all sorts of rainbow colors, and it celebrates the earth in all of her beauty. The earth and I are friends. So here you can see a boy looking out the window at the tree in his backyard. What a colorful tree. Sometimes we go for long walks together. I like the way the boy is walking barefoot in the grass. That's such a cool feeling, isn't it? The grass underneath your feet. Look at the beautiful yellow sun shining. I will tell her what's going on in my mind. So the boy is talking about the earth as if she was a person, and that's why he said that he would tell her what's on his mind. She listens to every word. You know, you can go outside in your backyard and you can talk to the trees and the birds and the grass and the flowers. I bet they'll listen. And then I listen to her. So don't forget, to be a good friend to the earth, you have to listen to what she needs too. Oh, I'm sorry, they're stuck together. Oh, wow. It's raining. You can see the lightning in the sky. Look at all those beautiful colorful clouds. Whoa, the rain is really coming down. Look, he's running in the house with his umbrella. You better get inside before he gets too wet. Ooh, the rain is really coming down now. But after the rain stops, often you get to see a rainbow. The earth and I are friends. You remember the colors of the rainbow, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. I know typically we call this purple, but in a rainbow we call it violet. Just another word for purple. We play together in my backyard. You can see that the boy dug up some dirt and he had some water and he's got his little shovel or trowel and he's making mud and he's playing in the mud. I love playing in the mud. I miss playing in the mud. I don't do that anymore. I help her grow. So here you can see the boy's got a rake. Remember from our other story, we didn't really get to see the rake, but there's the rake. It looks to me like the boy's planting a garden, just like we did in our other story. She helps me to grow. And so the food that you grow in your garden, using the sun and the rain, you can eat, and that makes you grow. I guess that means that the sun and the water make us grow too. I sing for her, and she sings for me. So the boy is singing outside to the birds and the trees, and the birds are singing right back. I dance for her. It looks to me like fall is coming in this picture, because look at how the leaves are turning to different colors, orange and yellow, and falling off of the trees. And the winds are blowing the leaves around. It's almost like dancing. She dances for me. Beautiful. And when she's sad, I'm sad. Why do you think the earth would be sad? Look at this picture. Look at all the junk and the garbage in the river. Look at the poor fish died. So sad, so messy. When the water gets dirty like this, animals can't live inside of it, and we can't drink the water. You can't swim in it. So we have to make sure that we keep our lakes and our rivers and our streams nice and clean. And that's what the boy's doing by picking up all the garbage and taking it someplace safe to get rid of it. And now he's planting something in the earth. When she's happy, I'm happy. Now that the river is clean and the fish can swim and the ducks can swim and the animals can drink from the river, the earth is happy. And that would make me happy too. The earth and I are friends. Look at the boy hugging the tree. What a lovely story. Wasn't that beautiful? I thought so too. All right, my friends, I think it's time for our surprise. Remember I told you I was going to show you a surprise? This is really exciting. So, how many of you know that you can grow food from food? What? What does that mean? We all know that we can grow food from seeds, but did you know that you can grow food from food? You can. I'll show you. All right, so what is this? Lettuce, right? And let's see. What is this? A carrot. And what is this? Yeah, this is a carrot too, but look how much smaller it is. And can you see how it doesn't have any kind of leaves on the ends? Yeah, this carrot was already chopped and peeled and washed, so it's ready for you to eat. But this is the kind of carrot you would pull straight out of your garden. This is usually the part that you see above ground, and this is what's underground, right? And everybody knows what this is. That's right, a potato. Now, did you know that you can grow lettuce from lettuce and potatoes from potatoes? You can, I promise you. Let me show you how. My first experiment was the lettuce. Now, if you buy lettuce like this that has a core on the bottom, what you need to do with this lettuce is you cut it about 2 inches. So that's about half of your finger. You want to cut it about 2 inches in so that it ends up looking like this, okay? That's about 2 inches. Then what you're going to do is cut off this bottom part here. I'm just going to take the brown part off. Because after you cut this bottom part off, what you're going to do is you're going to put it in a jar or a glass with some water. Like this. Now you have to change the water every day so it's nice and fresh. But you can keep it on a sunny windowsill, and in just about 4 days, let me show you what happened. It grew. So it went from this to this to this to this. Now, oh my goodness gracious. Let me show you something. Look at that. Look, look, look. Can you see that little brown spot right there? Right there in the center? Yeah. Let me move the leaf a little bit. There's a bug in there. That's how you can tell this is real, genuine lettuce. A bug wants to eat my lettuce. Oh my goodness gracious. So I could take this, take it out of the cup, I don't want to disturb our buddy in there, and plant it in the ground, and then it would grow lettuce. Yeah, I promise you. Let's see, maybe can I get our little buddy to come out? Maybe I'll get him to, there he goes. He's moving around. Can you see him now? Oh my gosh, look at that. A bug on my lettuce. Hey fella, don't eat my lettuce. All right, the next thing I want to show you is, I'll show you the carrots. So I took a carrot like this and I cut off the end part. Again, you want to give about 2 inches. So right about there, maybe a little less, about that much. And you need this part, these leaves. This is very important if you want to grow your carrot greens. So once you cut your carrot off, you're going to do the same thing. And you're going to put it in a jar with water, and look what happened. You can see right here, the carrot tops are starting to grow. Now, these carrot tops will grow and grow and grow and grow, and you know that you can eat them? They're very healthy for you. Or you can just watch them grow. Now, this carrot I noticed that has a lot of green on top is also starting to grow some roots. Can you see these little white hairs? I'll put it against my shirt so you can see. These little white hairs coming out, these are carrot roots. And there's another one right, oh, oops, I heard it. I'll just point with my knife. Right there, that carrot root is what the carrot needs to grow new carrots. So you could take this and plant it in your garden, or you can just let this grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and then you can eat that too. So this one hasn't grown. Let's see. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be growing as much. But I'm going to keep them in there because they look like they're being friends in there. Yeah. All right. Now, the last one, the potato. So you've all gone to get a potato for Mom so that she could make it for dinner, and you see these. Dun, dun, dun. What is that? Well, these are called the potato's eyes. Yep, eyes. Just like we have eyes, potatoes have eyes. And usually when you buy them from the grocery store, you don't see them growing like this. But this is exactly what you need to grow a new potato. And what you would do is you would take the potato and you would cut that part off. Let me show you, just like this. And this is what you need to grow more potatoes. Growing potatoes is very, very fun. You need the soil to be deep, like a bucket, like a big paint bucket work really well. And for each one of these eyes, so this one, this one, this one, you can plant each one of those underground. And what you do is you put it under the soil and you cover it. And then what's going to happen is some green shoots are going to start to come up. And then when that happens, you take soil and you cover it again. And then the green shoots will come up again. And then you cover it again. And that's the last time. And after that, the green shoots will grow and grow and grow and grow. And at the end, when it comes time to pick the potatoes, you get to put your hands in the dirt in the bucket and you get to reach around in there. Like it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt. And then you get to find all the potatoes underground. It's so fun. And it's really easy to try at home. So all you need is a bucket and some dirt and a potato with growing eyes like this. Try it. You might find that you become a real gardener. All right, friends, I want to thank you for spending time with me today. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed our stories. And I really hope that you find some time to go outside and celebrate our beautiful planet Earth on this Earth Day. Shall we sing our goodbye song? All right. So today, instead of bringing my cowboy hat, because as you can see behind me, Waffles is sitting in it right now, and I don't want to disturb him. Instead, I brought my gardening hat. I always wear my gardening hat when I'm out in the garden, and it protects my face from the sun. Keeps me from getting a sunburned nose. So I'm going to wear this hat today for our goodbye song. But we're still going to need our yeehaws and our winky eyes. Are you ready to go? Awesome. Here we go. Well, it's time to say goodbye to my friends. Yee-haw! Well, it's time to say goodbye to my friends. Yee-haw! Well, it's time to say goodbye. Tip your hat and wink your eye. Well, it's time to say goodbye to my friends. Yee-haw! Great job today, partners. It was really wonderful to see you. Happy Earth Day!